Alright, here we have our 1980 300 CD turbo diesel coupe. These are super hard to find. This thing is in amazing condition. Originally purchased in Palm Springs, California. It's called Vanilla Beige is the color, and then it has, I might not be pronouncing this right, but it's Palomino MB Tex interior. A really nice color combo with interior, and any of you get Mercedes guys know exactly what this color looks like. It was brought to Washington by its original owner, so it's one owner in 2000. Otherwise, it's spent all its life in California, so it does have California emissions for you guys if you need that. The body and paint this is all original paint. There's no paint peeling. I mean, they really took care of this thing. This thing's got, I'll show you here in a little bit, but somewhere in the 300,000 miles. But if somebody were to tell me, pull this car in front of me and look at the interior, the way it drives, how it handles, and the paint, and tell me this thing has 50,000 original miles, I'd believe them. I mean, it's that nice of a car. We don't get to get a whole lot of these. I've had a few in my life, but they're just so beat up. I mean, this thing was absolutely driven, but it was really well taken care of. You do have a couple little rock chips, you know, that were touched up over time, but I mean, it's very minimal up here. Really nice condition. I mean, the headlights aren't all faded in. They're still nice and clear. You got a little chip out of the grill. And then you have, you know, I mean, they really took care of this thing. I mean, for somebody to go through and touch those up with the correct color, I mean, it looks good. I mean, you got to get within 6 inches to really notice that this has even been touched up down here. I mean, you step back, it just looks great. Chrome still nice and deep and bright. All the molding and trim, not all bashed in or bumped into. You can tell it wasn't a city car. It's not all bumper to bumper action going on. But you can see that's not all bashed in from hitting curbs or nothing. And underneath and under the hood is just incredible condition. I can't really get underneath, but I did do some pictures, you know. But when you can see how clean that is, it just has the factory undercoat still. I mean, no road film, not all greasy and oily. Still got the upgraded factory Mercedes wheels. It's got Yokohamas at all 4 corners. It does have a little bit of rust, but pretty minimal. You can see maybe it's a little bubbling under the paint there. But the rockers look really good. Floorboards look really nice. I mean, you just have a little bit of chips here and there. I mean, this is all wiping off. This is dirt. I mean, it's really nice paint. I'm not sure if you can tell in this video and the pictures how shiny it is, but it's just gorgeous. You know, a lot of this is just road film that just comes right off. I mean, it's really nice shape. Again, just really clean car. I mean, usually you get a car, it's just caked with dirt and mud. And then here's the other bubbling. You got a little bit of bubbling there. And you got some bubbling that looks like it might have started coming through a little bit. All original glass. It's got a deep tint to it. It's kind of delaminated here, but you can see it's still got the original first aid kit in there, the cover for it. Nice looking top, no rust. Paint's chipped here a little bit, but it was touched up. Again, just really nice condition. And under the hood is nice because they did anything they replaced, you know, it usually looks like Mercedes parts or, you know, German type parts. We've got a Bosch alternator and stuff like that. But it's just incredible to me that this can be a 1980, have these miles, and just look at the clarity on these lenses. I mean, there's just no fade in these things at all. The chrome is just killer. It's got a little mark in the molding, but man, for about 34 years old. What is really cool is, you know, I popped this open, I couldn't believe how clean it is in here. I mean, man, this is just, I mean, this is not a detailed car. I mean, you know, this is how she came and how she looks and how she's been taken care of the last 30 plus years. You know, over here's real solid. You know, don't have that little surface rust. You got little chips on the ends, the wheel wells. This one's probably gonna have a few videos rather than just my normal 2, just because I'm so amazed with this car. But I did a cold starting video, so you can see what that's like. And of course, we'll do a separate video of it driving. Got a little chip there. I mean, there is a few little chips. You know, that's not even a chip, but along the body, but you know, not very many. It's just crazy. Again, we'll take you to the rockers. How clean that is. How clean. And I'll do some better photos of, you know, we got it up on a ramp and took some underneath pictures. But some of the molding, it's got some cracks in it, like there. Really nice around there. I'll take you in the trunk and I'll just take you along here. Just trying to get all of it for you guys, but this camera maxes out on about 10 minutes, I think, here. I don't want to bore you guys to death either, but I stuck some things in here, so you don't have to listen to me dig them out, but I'll put them back where they belong. But the cool thing is, here's that first aid kit I was telling you about. It's really cool. I mean, see this just unused. You know, all these years. It's just, I love seeing a vehicle that comes with everything it did new. It's got its original window sticker, you know, purchased Palm Springs, you know, California emissions, and there's the price. I mean, that's expensive for 1980. And then here's the original dealer paper, the certificate of new vehicle, and then you get all your original books and the sleeve for it too. Go ahead and put these over here so I can show you the, make sure those are okay. Show you the original tool kit. These are the original tools that came with it. You know, it's just awesome to see this stuff. And they have them protected in this, you know, little Ziploc bag. It's kind of crazy to see somebody go through that extent just for the factory tools. Factory spare, real nice and solid. All along here is just really nice. You know, no rust anywhere. It just has a couple of those weird kind of spots of rust, and the interior is probably, but next to the paint has got to be my favorite part. You do have some little surface rust in there, and you do have some, you know, where the paint's chipped away, it's rusted a little bit. But we want to make sure we show you guys all that stuff. No door sag. I mean, this thing absolutely shuts like a vault. I mean, that's as good as it was new. I mean, it's just killer. And the interior probably only has a few imperfections. Otherwise, we're talking it's perfect. And then one of them is going to be this little crack here. It has a crack there, but you can get these little pieces. Someone probably caught their feet on it. But that seat is, I mean, I'll stand back, but you can see in the photos, I mean, that's just beautiful looking. Small hairline crack on the dash, but other than that, just, it's got an aftermarket Pioneer CD player, but a lot of times this stuff is gone. I mean, just seeing this stuff, it's great. It's got a little tiny little stress crack in the surface wood there. And it's got a little bit of sun dyeing on that plastic. But still got the net. I mean, just see the net still nice and tight. And this pulls out here. And then, and a lot of times this is missing and the carpet's gone. I mean, any car over this amount of time, a lot of times the majority of them are just, you know, used and thrown out. So we'll take you over to the driver's side. Gosh, I love the way those doors sound. And then we'll pop the hood and show you a little bit of that, and then we'll hop in this baby and take it for a spin. That's just really nice. You pop the hood there. Oh, man, this is kind of crazy. This is your e-brake. It's just, the way they did things was just different. That's what I like about getting these vehicles. Just to see how they did things was cool. There's, you get the same, doors are about the same condition. But this side does have a little bit of surface rust there, and I think it's just from this rubbing over time. But, you know, we love finding unique and kind of just any original vehicle. And this is pretty much the exact description of that. It's hard to find the turbo diesels. This is a fuel-injected motor. It's a 5-cylinder. You know, but it's hard to find them in the coupe. And you got a little bit, you know, same type of stuff. And wear in the material. This part broke off. Crack there, crack there. Otherwise, I mean, for being 1980, I mean, everybody's has their own opinion, but I mean, I think this is a 9 out of 10. I mean, for being original and untouched. You have a little chipping in the window tint, but you know, it's got to be careful. These things, when you pop the hood, this little guy comes out, and then you got to lift up on the hood. But look at how clean this motor is. I mean, this is not a steam cleaned and pressure washed motor. I mean, you know, it's a little bit You get your little bit of dirt and grease, but just to keep it honest and keep it right, you know. But this is what you want to see. I mean, this thing, I mean, it has miles, and it does not drive, look, or feel like it at all. I mean, the only way I know it has those miles is the Auto Check history report. You know, when they brought it into Washington, it had about 2.5 on it. I think it had like 260 or 270 or something, but no accidents ever. Really nice. I mean, you look down along here, it's just, I mean, just clean, clean, clean. I mean, I look at it, it's just every year thousands of vehicles, so it's, I mean, it's hard to find a vehicle that's, you know, a few years old that's this clean. But this will be going at no reserve, so I just want to wish everybody good luck, and I'll go show you the Odo again, because I said I would. Got 386, 195 on her, my God, but I mean, I'm not lying here. This thing is an absolute gem. I mean, it drives and looks incredible. So good luck, everybody.